A teddy bear crossover could be coming to Identity 5, and you might be able to take a bath in a duck bath. For more news like this, stick around for this week's episode of This Week in Identity 5. Welcome back everyone to another episode of This Week in Identity 5. Christmas is just around the corner, so the Christmas time has begun. I believe that you guys need to start to do your Christmas shopping. I do have a Christmas tree behind me today, but not sure if you can see it. Well, no, you can't see it. It's fine. I'll probably be adding some Christmassy effects to this stream, so here's a Christmas effect. Here's a Christmas effect. Last week we got quite a lot. We got the new season where we got the S tier skin for the Novelist, the A tier skin for Acrobat and for Seer, of which I've only seen the Acrobat skin in game, and that was literally today when I was recording a match for this episode. Along with, if you opened enough essences, you would also get the portrait frame as well. Your rank positions got reset, meaning that you now have gone down a couple of tiers, maybe a tier or so, or lost a couple of stars. We also got access to the new logic path with the gardener skin that you can get at, I don't know, 1,500 or 1,600. I don't know what it is. Quite high up on the list. But that also means that we have access to all the other essences that are coming up soon. You also should have got your guild rewards if you're part of a guild. If you're not, you're more than welcome to be part of my guild. With the reset of rank, we also got new rank treasures, meaning that we can get new accessories for characters that we currently have. We got an S tier accessory for Forward that I believe is a little bit buggy right now, and they might be working on a patch for that. I'm not completely sure. That might come with this week's update, a little patch for that accessory. An A tier accessory for Breaking Wheel and an A tier accessory for Batter. I have seen the A tier accessory for Batter in use. I have not yet seen the Forward one or the Breaking Wheel one, but the Batter one is better than I thought it would be. It is way more noticeable than I thought, so that's not too bad. Past rank accessories were put into the shop, so you can now purchase them if you didn't get them by luck last season. And there's also in the shop, once again, as there always is, a special package where you can get temporary unlock cards, clues, and stuff like that. I still have no idea who buys them, but if they keep on introducing them, then there must be someone. I keep on saying this every single time. We also got a ton of character adjustments that I have talked about in my recent stream. There'll be a link up above, and also probably a link down in the description. We even tested them out on 2 separate streams, and some of them are quite strong and others are a little bit underwhelming, but hey, Enchantress has become way more viable and has become, in my opinion, the most annoying survivor in the game for hunters, and I feel like she didn't really need that type of adjustment. She's just become a little bit too strong for her own good, but at the same time not very strong. It's a bit difficult to explain. Batter got a good adjustment, Mechanic got a good adjustment in my opinion, so did Postman, and Embalmer's one I have yet to play against an Embalmer, but I'm worried that it's going to be very, very strong because the embalming now is much stronger because of the bubble and the tide turner. I've had a lot of people complaining in my live stream chat that they think it's too strong, so we'll have to see where he is and where people use him in the meta. He might be more consistent now, especially in high tiers. As for hunters, Nightmare got a buff, but I still think that he is not incredibly strong. I would seriously say that he is a decent hunter now, and because he wasn't before, he is kind of a little bit more consistent at least. Percy buff, as everyone has seen from videos and my stream and other people's videos, everyone's noticed that the buff for Percy is not a buff at all. It's kind of pointless and useless, and you know, if you want proof, check out my stream. We also got some small adjustments for Soul Weaver, and yeah, it's more of a quality of life thing that she should have had in the first place. And we have yet to see the Hellember one be implemented, but I'm interested to see how that one will work out, because I don't know why they held it back. Maybe it was a bit buggy, or maybe they were just working on something in the background, making it a little bit more visible or something like that, but we haven't seen that one yet. Nightmare is now available in Tarot and Blackjack. I can imagine playing him in Tarot would be a bit of a problem, because how are you supposed to target on the king if you have 2 other people behind? It must be a real pain for him. So not really sure that I would recommend playing Nightmare, but now that I realize that he's in Tarot and Blackjack, I might test him out on the stream. One global change to all survivors was that all survivors' crawling speeds were increased by 40%. But to counter this, they also nerfed Sticker, the persona web trait that makes you faster or crawl faster. They nerfed that quite considerably to be able to kind of equal this out. But that does mean that people who don't take Sticker can now crawl 40% faster. That could be a problem if people are trying to escape out of dungeon and they're just in front of the dungeon Now they might be able to get there a little bit faster, and for people like Percy, this could be a big problem. It's also a tiny nerf towards peepers that I guess peepers, did they need a nerf? I'm not completely sure. What can we expect this week? We can expect quite a lot, and I'm not really sure how chaotic this patch is going to be because there's quite a lot of information. Prospector's Deduction Star costume is going to be available. This is the skin that they announced or released pictures of over the past couple of weeks, and I think a lot of people are excited about that. I'm excited to see that one in game because it does look pretty impressive. We had answers to some of our questions that the developers have answered, but I don't know who asked these questions because these questions are very specific and completely ignore most of the questions that I think the majority of people were asking. So I think that NetEase is just trying to hold back on giving us answers to the questions that we really do require. A lot of it was to do with character development and stuff like that, and also stuff to do with time of reunion event and how that has affected the game. Some things that we know that they've kind of announced is that possibly S-tier skins that were limited, by that I mean S-tier skins that were released essences and weren't available in the shop, or also by unlocking it with an S-tier unlock card or A-tier unlock card, may return. It's possible that they may return. Happy Halloween music will return. That's kind of, they just confirmed it. They said that it just would. The Logic Path skins that we've had in the past that again were limited because they were inaccessible unless you participated in those logic paths might also return in the same way that the limited S-tier skins might return. Some people are okay with that, some people aren't. I think they need to be careful with how they implement that. Some more story updates should be coming sooner than we expected. We don't have to wait 3 years for more story updates. I can assume that maybe with the next character they might add the time of reunion event, or at least in the next 2 or 3 characters. Everyone has been requesting the iOS and Android linking thing that they've been talking about for a very long time, but that is going to come much later next year in March. So you guys will have to wait much longer if you guys want to swap over from your iOS and Android account to the other one. And they might implement Dublin to Duo Hunter mode. I feel like Duo Hunter mode was already incredibly survivor-sided, and having Dublin in the game might kind of make it even worse. I hope that they give hunters some type of buff in this game mode, because if survivors can just heal whilst running or doing something like that, then I feel like this could be a bit of a problem. But hey, we need to see how that balances out. I'm a little bit worried for Duo Hunter mode though. I know it is a fun mode, but still, it's just a bully the hunter mode, and I don't really like that too much. I believe that the B.Duck crossover should be coming to China this week, so who knows when that will be coming to us, because it is possible that we'll have an announcement this week as to if it is coming to global or not. Some people have said that it's been confirmed by the B.Duck company that it is going to happen, but I'm not completely sure when we'll receive that. But we can expect probably an update as to whether that will be coming to us or not. It could be coming in the next few weeks, but we do have another crossover coming this week, because we have the Case Closed crossover part 2, the Detective Conan event, coming to our server, and it's a bit of a confusing one. I'm not completely sure how it's going to work. Apparently there are going to be new essences, but they're not going to replace the essences on the logic path. Instead, if we play the game daily, we should be able to open up 1 essence every day, and also by completing events we can get up to 5 new essences. So similar, I believe, to the last one, where you don't actually have essences that you can kind of unlock by playing the game. You just get them from NetEase, and then they limit you to how many you can get. It is a bit of a problem, but again, I'm not sure that too many people really care about this Detective Conan crossover. With this event, we'll also be getting part 1 and all of the essences from part 1, meaning that you'll be able to unlock things if you didn't manage to unlock them last time. And the S-tier skins for Detective Conan and Detective Shinichi will be echoes only, so I believe they'll be available in the shop. So if you want to get those, then you need to spend some money. I believe that this week we might see the Hellember rework implemented into the game, since we did not get it last week. I would be surprised if they didn't implement it this week. If they don't, then it's probably because they think it's either imbalanced or they completely scrapped the idea. There have been people complaining a lot about it. to which I say why. There is no reason to complain about this. This is something that existed already on the character. So just making it into more of a proper mechanic instead of a bug makes complete sense to me. Now for some rumors. We haven't got too many rumors, but they are pretty big rumors. We have a possible crossover coming soon, along with the B.Duck one that possibly also could come to our server, called Brown and Friends. It's a Line and Friends crossover. And this is something that I had to research. I did not know what Brown and Friends was. But apparently they are a sticker pack that is part of the messaging app that is called Line. Many people have probably already heard of it. This is actually a brand of its own now. So there are lots of things that are Brown and Friends themed, meaning that it's a teddy bear themed stuff. This might mean that we will get maybe skins or maybe some sprays that would be probably more logical that we might get from this crossover, but who knows? It's going to be an interesting one, and I really do hope they give us a giant teddy bear skin for some character. That would be really funny and amazing. We've also had some leaks to some sounds for the new survivor. Lots of people have been hinting at it being a clown-themed survivor, but we also have the sounds, and the sounds do sound like a rocket. So maybe this survivor has some type of kiting ability where they can ride a rocket, and maybe they also can harass by crashing the rocket into the hunter. I really don't think we need another harasser right now. I feel like they've already given us quite a lot, but hey, I guess they have to keep on evolving the game bit by bit. This character's sound effects do seem very impressive though, and I do want to see what it's like, especially if the character can ride a rocket. Possibly verticality might be a cool thing too. Let's go into the talk in the manner now where I respond to some of the comments on my recent videos. Fiona comments, I'm so glad you finally played this game. Also, I thought you were going to call the prop machines ciphers. So, okay, I recently played Prop Night. That is a fun game that I probably will be playing again, especially on this channel because it is in the theme of asymmetric horror games that are 1v4s. It was a ton of fun and also very random, but yeah, I did call the prop machines generators because I've been watching a lot of Dead by Daylight content recently, and whenever I see this kind of a similar appearance game, my mind is going to go directly to generators instead of cipher machines. Sapphire comments, the intro was beautiful though. I'd buy this ad. I want to be a potato and kite hunters. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with the intro to the Prop Night 1. I thought that was the best way to describe what the game was because that's literally what you do in the game. So yeah, that was free advertising for Prop Night there. I'm more than happy for them to use that in one of their videos as, you know, some promotion. Archangel says on my video discussing slugging, says true, but as you said, it depends on the situation. Sometimes it's just toxic and annoying. This is something that I want to address in a future video. There are lots of people who are being very toxic in the game, and I've even had some people come to me complaining that players are being toxic to them too. And I'm not completely sure who is doing all of this and why players are so toxic towards hunters and why hunters are being so toxic towards survivors too. I really hope that we can all work together to make this game better because I really don't want to see this game sink into madness. So I will discuss this probably in a future video. What do you think this new Brown and Friends crossover will bring to the game? Do you think it will bring along some skins? Tell me down in the comments below. Remember to like and subscribe if you want to get more news every single week so you don't miss it. And if you want to hit the bell as well, that's also something that you can do to make sure that you don't miss every week's episode on Tuesday. Have a great day, guys. Bye bye.